Men, do you ever feel like there is a day that you're having? Maybe it's today where things aren't going your way. Maybe it's a day where you just feel like giving up. Hi, my name is Jesse and this is the Valiant Lifestyle, and I aim to give you tip-top information as well as the support you really need to get going. If this is your first time on my channel seeing this video, I'd like to invite you to subscribe. Just hit the little bell notification right over here and then hit all. And that will allow all my notifications when videos come available be sent to you. All right, now let's get going. Days where you feel like things are just going amok. They're just not working out for you. So, do I have those days? Yeah, I have those days. I have those days every now and then. And one that I can think of in particular is when I was, well, actually this past holiday, there was this past Christmas. Setting up Christmas decorations, set them all up, set the Christmas tree up. After having gone with the kids, with my wife to get the tree, pick it out. It was a wonderful, wonderful fir tree. And it's so nice to have a real tree in the house. It's so nice to walk into the house and just have this smell, this wonderful smell of fir and just a plant, a tree in your house that is just of the forest. How grounding. We put all the ornaments on it, set it up to go. Cats didn't touch it, didn't want anything to do with it, but something happened to the tree. And within a week, I had to take all the decorations off of it, take it out of the stand after having watered it appropriately and cut the stem again. Pop it back in, put all the ornaments on, and then keep going. Couple days later, found out this tree did not and had not been taking any water. And at that point, I'm feeling a little bit hurt. I'm feeling like, what is going on with this tree? What is it? Something that I've been doing? Just feeling like, what can I do? What can I really do for this tree? I'm feeling like this tree is hurting too. Like, get some compassion here. And then it dawned upon us that this tree was starting to really just, its branches, it wasn't happy, it's dried out. And whatever the process that this tree took to get here to where I live, to where we live, whatever life it had, we're not quite sure, other than maybe it had a really dry summer and it lacked water just before it was frozen and they cut it down. What does all this mean? My wife and I had to make a decision. I made the decision, in fact, to take the tree down and set up our artificial one. And that wasn't a really easy decision. It felt like everything that we were doing was failing. Like it felt like, it just felt like more work. And in that moment, I knew because I've been moments like these before where you just feel like, what else? And what else do I need to redirect my energy and my efforts so that I can keep going at the same rate I'm going, if that's the rate I wanted to go in. When things are looking like you're about to give up, bear down and keep going, because that is the critical moment that you need. In that moment, I knew I had to make a decision to put the artificial one up so that we could have a Christmas tree, so that it could take the burden off of me. It would allow me, it was such a relief just to get the other tree up in its place, even though that wasn't the tree that we really wanted, but this was just for this year. I know I'm talking Christmas trees and I'm over talking on this. Not over talking, but explaining it in a way where I want to flesh out all these details for you. This is the essence of us men, that when we find ourselves in situations like this, we cave, we give up, we find the path of least resistance, even though the path of least resistance probably is not the way that you want to go. That don't fall into that trap. I don't like falling into that trap of following the path of least resistance, because sometimes it is just the way to bypass something that I really need to face, something that I really need to resolve and heal. And in that moment, when the decision was made to do all of that, there was just this moment of relief all over my body. I felt like there was so much energy put into this tree performing and hopefully just living so that we could smell it, appreciate, love it, and just keep going. But it was meant to show us love. It was meant to show us patience. It was meant to show us that we really just needed to count on ourselves more and pull my own strings in and allow that to happen. Now, is there something in your life like that where you've just had to, after all the little troubleshooting moments, make the decision and go with it? Like, what was that for you? Maybe it was something in another relationship where you had to decide, you know what, I'm pulling pegs and I'm going. Or maybe it was bear down, I really need to focus on choosing my wife. I really need to focus on choosing this relationship and making it happen. Or maybe it was a business decision where you felt like, I really don't know if I'm meant to work with this partner or partnership in this partnership, and I've got to just figure out what that means. But you bear down and you keep going with it. You keep going with it instead of making the decision to leave. And what it yields for you is the fruits of your labor. You learn something, you gain something, you gain so much more tolerance, and you excel, and your confidence rises that much further because you know how much further you can go. There's so many lessons of awareness in that. So tell me how that goes for you. And if you don't know how that goes and you find yourself in a situation like this where you're at wit's end, but you're not convinced that giving up is the way to go and you need somebody to talk to, I'm your guy. If you need a sign to do that right now, right here, book your 30-minute discovery call at thevaliantlifestyle.com and let's get to it. Let's talk about this thing that has been the monkey on your back for too long. And let's figure out what that means for you in the greater picture, in the greater scheme of things. All right. Thank you for listening. Let's do this.